Daylight savings time has now been in effect here in the state of Texas for almost 2 years. Many around the state say they have managed to get used to the system, but there are still many more who say they don't like it, and they vowed to change it back to the old way when there was no time change at all. Drive-in theater owners seem to be the most outspoken group in opposition to daylight savings time, and they've hired a Dallas attorney, Edwin Tobolowsky, and he explains their opposition.
The drive-in theater owners are very much opposed to the daylight savings time provision, that is the advancement of time, because you were not able to put a picture on the screen since the sun stayed out an hour longer, and this meant a great difference to the box office for the last 2 years. As you know, a number of citizens throughout the state of Texas opposed the daylight saving time provision, and the effect on some of those basic industries to the state of Texas and to various groups has been pretty serious, and therefore a great segment of the population are going to try to return Texas to standard time by proposing an exemption through the legislature when it meets in January of 1969.
Theater owners failed in their first attempt to prevent daylight savings time, but they say they're going to take their case to Austin once again anyway. This is Doug Terry, Channel 8 News.
Well, I'm quite surprised that there is any trouble with it, because during the last regular session of the legislature, I was the chairman of the committee that passed this out, and we had no one from Dallas at the time that appeared in opposition to it. And during our hearings now, it's never been brought up one single time. And this is the place, if people do oppose it, and officials oppose it, is to appear before this committee and show proof that it's not workable.
You've been quoted as saying that we should give America back to the red man and apologize for the mess we've made of it.
No, I didn't say that, no. No, I said they still had some land we hadn't taken away from them. I think we should attack.
A considerable time blasting at each other. Nobody has mentioned you. How do you account for this?
Well, mainly because I haven't got into the mudslinging. I don't believe in mudslinging. I know what the Democrats have done to Nixon. They put those bumper stickers around the country saying Nixon's the one. And I think that's Humphrey's one. That's dirty politics. Humphrey maybe went to, I don't know.
Would you like to make a comment for the other candidates?
I don't know if you'd like to run it if I give it.
You haven't yet mentioned a running mate, have you?
No, I've had a lot of thought about it. I didn't want to reach in the political grab bag, grab any man. I just thought I'd grab a running.
Who would you pick for a running mate if you gave it a wide choice?
Tried very desperately to get in touch with Raquel Welch. I think that is because the White House is a very lonely place.
And what is your foreign policy?
It's confusing for the most part, I would say.
Confusing for you or confusing for the enemies of this country?
It's confusing like it is now. It's basically the same as it is.
And what changes will you make?
Well, for instance, I will have a department for graft and corruption in government, nepotism, and my brother has already agreed to head the department.
Our board, under the chairmanship of Reverend James Davis, has received many complaints from members in the neighborhood who are asking, is this a pattern that the police seem to be establishing? And we don't know So basically what we are attempting to do is to do some research. We have 4 people who are presently going through old newspapers dating back to 10 years to establish whether or not there does seem to be a pattern. And the meeting, which will be held Thursday night, will simply give an opportunity for any persons who would like to voice their opinions or their feelings concerning this recent incident or any in the past, an opportunity to do so. We do not have any real proof that this is police brutality or anything of that nature. We simply want to test and find out if it's true or if it's not true.